Here we go. So, hi, Gertrude and Dariusz. Welcome to this Zoom call on the Magical Writers Retreat in Poland. I'm very
Thanks,
excited.
Shamna.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm very excited that we can get together and speak of this lovely event that is so, well, actually mind-blowing and magical, and to how we can share the info of what women, men can get from this beautiful event. uh, yeah, it's just amazing. The whole situation has been a beautiful roller coaster for me. I just want to say I'm Shamna van Santen-Grey from Goddess Creations. And, well, I met Getrude coincidentally, by divine guidance through by watching a TED talk that Getrude held on Ubuntu after I went to a women's retreat. And I was so blown away by her beautiful story of how she can manifest from her heart and give to those around. And I was just amazed. And I said, I have to contact this lady. And the beautiful thing is, the amazing thing is that within an hour or two, we were speaking and sharing, and it was beautiful. And Gertrude shared with me her dream for the Magical Writers Retreat in Poland. Now, Gertrude, I'm going to invite Gertrude to now tell your story, because I was blown away by all you can manifest and all you have done. And what's more importantly is how you heart to help those from your home country. That is what really shook me, and like, I gotta help out here. So this is like a co-creation between us, of Getrude Matse, author of How to Write a Book in 40 Hours, and Shamna van Santen-Grey from Goddess Creations, and of course together and in support with her fiancé, Dariusz. Gertrude.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm really excited to be in this part of the world, meeting my new family. My fiance Dariusz is from Poland, and this is my first time here in Poland as well, hence the workshop being here. And what I wanted to do is to inspire anybody out there who has a personal story to value their story and not take it to the grave with them. They say that the richest places in the world are graveyards because they're full of people who had inspiring ideas, amazing life stories, and they didn't have the courage to write it down on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
I believe that we change the world through our stories. Whatever personal challenges that we go through, we are gifted those challenges so we can become teachers, and we can help somebody else who might be going through the same thing through sharing. So that's what this workshop is all about digging deep and valuing your personal story and seeing the gift and the blessing in all of the challenges that you have had in life.
Yes.
So that's really the mission. And I hope that everybody who's listening gets an opportunity to understand what the process will be like. It's a 1-week retreat in a magical, magical little castle that we found online. And the area is called?
Golejów.
Near Wrocław. Okay. And in that week, people are arriving on a Sunday. We will have an introductory session for about 2 hours on the Sunday evening. But they arrive
on Monday.
Oh, they arrive on Monday.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm disoriented. People are arriving on Monday the 27th.
Yes.
And finish on Monday the 2nd of September. And on arrival, we are picking people up from the airport in Wrocław. We'll probably organize 2 pickups depending on how many people are needing transportation.
Yes.
One at midday and another pickup in the evening. And then we'll have an opening introductory session for 2 hours on arrival.
Yes.
Where I basically take people through the process that will follow to get their books captured and written by the end of this workshop. And the reason why it's called How to Write a Book in 40 Hours is because my first book took me 18 years to write. It was a slow, painful process, really a journal that I'd been writing for a number of years that eventually became my first memoir. And the reason why people don't write and finish books is because it takes too much effort. You don't have any support,
Mm.
and you start doubting yourself and editing your work before you've even finished. In this process, you basically record yourself speaking or just telling your story and capture it on audio and get the audio transcribed. That helps you get the first draft of the book out of your head really quickly, fast and efficiently, and then you go back and work on it and refine it throughout the week.
Yes.
So that's the rough process that we will take people through to get the books finished from beginning to end.
Yes. Well, that is actually, that in itself is magical, how you can go from 18 years in creating your story right down to 40 hours and in a fun and easy way. But I can well imagine, and well, actually, we're already heading into the details, I guess, but I can well imagine that someone will ask, but how, I mean, is it that we are typing things out after we have recorded our story? Or, I can understand that people may ask, how does it get to paper or get to computer screen? How does that work? Not that you have to share all your magical secrets at the moment, but I can understand that people might be interested in, but how do you get that from audio? Do we record it on our phone? Is that how it works? Tell us a bit about,
Yes.
slightly about the process.
Yes. You can record it on your phone. You can purchase audio transcription software like Dragon, naturally speaking. So as you speak, it's typing it up. But recording it on your phone and then listening back and typing helps you get it done really fast.
Right.
And that's just to get the first draft of the book out of your head.
Yes. So that you stay in flow. You stay in flow, because that's the most important thing, is that and that's why writing a book, your book the first time might have taken so long, is that you're in your head and you have all these ideas and they just bundle and flow and you just want to get it out, and recording helps you.
And then you don't have writer's block. You really take a lot of time to plan the book before you start telling the story or speaking it. So if you're really well coordinated, and planning is crucial in the very beginning, to know exactly what you want to say, when you want to say it, and how you want to communicate it before you even get started.
And is that, Getrude, where you help us when we go to this beautiful magical writers retreat in Poland? Is that where you coach us in this process of focusing on what the core is of our life story, what we want to focus on, and how to word it? Is that, where does the coaching come in?
The coaching comes in how to find your unique voice or your unique signature. Everybody has got a specific way of speaking and writing. And once you tap into that, it becomes very, very easy. So we have sessions where we come together as a group. Then I give you an assignment, you go away, you do some work, and then you come back and read it out to people. So you get feedback immediately. So that's another thing about the workshop, is you're getting immediate feedback from the people attending the workshop itself.
That is really amazing and very valuable, especially because you are in a group and you get to mirror, you get to see and feel and respond the responses of what you are bringing and how it comes over to someone, and you can fine tune that. I guess that's lovely.
Yeah. So, and I've had a few inquiries from a few people who can't actually come personally, who want to attend the workshop from wherever they are. So we will have a Zoom link in the room, and you can tune in and attend the workshop from wherever you are in the world as well.
But that is amazing. That's, well, I didn't know about that. That's beautiful. Wow. Well, you know what? I would love to know more about that later. So when we come to the Q&A, when we get to the Q&A, I'm going to ask how that works, because that's beautiful. I love that the online possibility to join the workshop. That's amazing, because yes, for some the travel is a bit of a challenge, short notice, and yet we in our hearts do want to join in. So I love that. I'm very happy with this info. So Gertrude, what really drew me to you was apart from your passion and your manifestation magic, let's say, what is the behind the scenes, the core goal of this beautiful magical writers retreat? Tell us what your mission is, your heart's mission.
I think my mission in life is to empower as many people as possible to articulate their stories. I call myself the book midwife. And I show up when people are ready. And the delivery of your book is like giving birth to a baby. It will be effortless, it will be easy, it will be fun, and I'll be there to catch your baby with you.
And you still look good, right?
And still look good, exactly.
But it's not entirely like giving birth to a baby.
Hey, what are you trying to say? We always look good. Yeah, so that's really my mission, is to, in this lifetime, help as many people capture their stories so we change the world through our stories. It's in the sharing of the stories that we change the world. Okay.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, or maybe this is a different focus point, that could be so, but what, as I said, drew me to you also is your passion for your homeland. Is there a way that by allowing and helping us to share our personal stories, be aware of our personal stories, how that can also help other people from your homeland or in such countries? Is there a connection to that? Or maybe it is, I'm just curious.
Well, there's always a connection, because everything I do try to give back home. Yes. As you know, I have a foundation and I support children whose parents have died of HIV-related illnesses. Yes. And so everything goes back home in a way as well.
Exactly.
Africa is needing a lot of help, especially in the care of orphan children.
Exactly. That's where I hooked on. That's where the passion was for me. It's like, we are giving back to those who need it. Thank you. I find that so beautiful, and it's just the knowledge and the help that you give by doing this for us, let's say the people here in the Western world, so that we can give to those who are in dire need. I love it, and it just shakes me. It makes me very emotional, actually. So I'm going to stop now. Yes. So this is the beauty of your writers retreat, is that you are helping us to share our personal story. I mean, I have MS and a burnout, and due to you, I have become aware that I may think that what I do is just, I'm just surviving, but it is a stimulation, inspiration to another person. And through going to your retreat, we share that. We get a way of bringing it into the world, birthing it into the world, and sharing the story. And that's the beauty of it. So if we now go to let's just say the details of it, there have been a few questions that people have asked concerning the retreat, actually, and let's have a talk about that. Why don't we just say how do we want to talk about the costs, or about the transport, or about the flight, or about the food, or the location, or the stay? Yes, let's go into the technical part of things.
Okay, so we priced the workshop at $999. Bring a friend for $1.
Yeah.
And that basically means $500 a head if you bring a friend, and it covers your accommodation and breakfast. You have to pay for your dinner and your lunch. We are organizing transportation, as I said earlier, to pick people up at midday. So people who are flying in the morning will have to wait until 12. And then in the evening, based on the latest flight, once we have confirmed bookings, we'll have a second pickup. Same thing going back on Monday, the 2nd of September.
It's Sunday is the 2nd. It's the Sunday is the 2nd.
Sorry, Sunday, the 2nd of September, yeah. What else did you ask? Yeah, so that's basically the logistical side of things. If anybody has any dietary requirements, like I think somebody did mention that they have to eat specific foods. We just have to know in advance.
Exactly.
So we let people at the venue know if anybody has any special needs in terms of food.
And how is it concerning the time in the day? How is it, do you start in the morning and you know we have our the coaching sessions and we evolve or birth our story. Is there downtime, like time to, I don't know, look at the location or have a sauna or what? How does that work?
We normally start in the morning early. I'm hoping 6 o'clock. It's going to depend on how tired people are. But 6 o'clock in the morning with meditation.
Ah, beautiful.
Yoga. And then we go into our session after breakfast, which will be around 9 o'clock.
Yes.
And in that session, you will go through a process where I give you examples of what to do and how to do it. And then you go away. So a lot of the time, you'll be working alone in isolation in a quiet spot somewhere on the property.
Yes.
The castle is just idyllic in that it has a river, there's a lot of walkways, there's a lot of nature and scenery.
Yeah.
And so I want people to be outdoors and connecting with nature to let things really flow through.
Yes.
The other thing that I would like to encourage people to do is to keep coming back to me. So I'm going to be going around to each individual person and working with them one-on-one throughout the day. So we'll have sessions where we're together. We have sessions where you go out on your own. There will be lots of time. There is a sauna on site as well, like I mentioned in the write-up. And the recreational side of things, we're going to see what little excursions we can organize. I know there's a lot of kayaks on the property, so we'll probably go for a bit of rowing on the river. But we're going to incorporate a lot of physical activity because I find that when you're writing, if you stay still too long, you get stuck. So the more you're physical, the more the words will flow.
Oh, I love that. I am so for that. The connection with nature, being outside, breathing, you know, empowering yourself by your surroundings, indeed, and tanking up and going again in a beautiful way. So that is a large part of the program. You have the let's just say the activity of creating your story, but you also have the relaxation and tanking up to self-nurture, actually, of going out and just connecting with the nature and each other outside. I love it.
And that's why it's a retreat. We're getting you out of the rat race.
Yes, exactly.
Taking you away from your normal life to something calm, surreal, inspiring, able to get the work done. There was something you were going to mention?
Yeah, there's I think the venue offers, you know, like lunch or dinner as well. Yeah, so the people don't have to go somewhere else. They can buy it on
site. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, there's a little restaurant there, so everything is provided on site.
And that's it. And you, in your folder, you are also speaking of that it is they have homemade, organically grown food. So that's beautiful in itself. So it feels like there is lots of love just in that location, and that's good for everyone, whether they need to be raw or vegan, or I'm sure that they will provide. So that is just beautiful to know. Now, someone was asking, I mean, I'm going to now answer this here for whomever is interested. Someone was asking how that works. So we arrive on the 27th, and be that early in the morning, and you pick us up or to reach the castle in 2 shifts, let's say. That is lovely to know. And of course, I'm going to say it, is that the flight costs are your own, of course. And if you bring a friend, and if you want to drive, you can drive and carpool, be it from Germany, be it from Holland, be it from wherever you are coming. And the other thing is also that the costs of the retreat is the $999 US. But if you bring a friend, and it doesn't have to be the physical friend or being your neighbor, the one that comes over to tea around every day, it could be another person that you know of that may be interested. Then together you are sharing the cost. And that is beauty of the spreading of the word. I love that. I just love it. Just it motivates you to.
Anybody can't find a friend, they should just get in touch, let us know, because we do have other people who haven't found someone to pair up with. So there'll always be someone that you can come in and half the price.
Exactly. I have no worries about that. Now, what I would like to share, another thing, what I really want to emphasize is we are timid, let's say, is the fact that, let me just see, oh, someone is waiting to start my personal meeting. I've already started my personal meeting. So someone, I was like, Zoom was trying to tell me something. What is that we aren't aware of how our journey works, how how do I say it? What we have endured in life, and I don't mean it in a heavy way, but our challenges are an inspiration to another, and we are not aware of that. People, whether you have overcome an illness or whether it be anything, divorced and stood up again, or become rich, or I can't even imagine it because it's not my personal story. I only have my MS and my burnout, but so many people have their own personal story, like living in the wilderness and building your own hut for your home. All of these things that we may take for granted is an inspiration to another, and we may not know it. And the thing is that once you get your story out there, you can inspire another, and that is the magic of it all. At least that's how I see that. So I find that all wonderful. Now I want to get to Dariusz because he's from Poland, and the retreat is in Poland, and of course we don't all speak Polish. So Getrude, you are from New Zealand, and you speak English. So how does this work? What is the ongoing language? How do we communicate?
The main language of communication is going to be English. Dario speaks both Polish and German and English.
Yes.
So he'll be around to facilitate if there's anybody who's needing help in getting things explained a little bit further.
Yes.
So you might want to say that in Polish and in German.
No to może najpierw po polsku. Jeżeli ktoś będzie brał udział, kto będzie miał problemy z językiem angielskim, to ja oczywiście służę moją pomocą w przetłumaczeniu, wyjaśnieniu jakichś pytań. So, in the same, so wenn jemand aus Deutschland teilnimmt und no, und sollten irgendwelche Schwierigkeiten in der Sprache auftreten, ich stehe zur Verfügung, um irgendwelche Erklärungen zur Verfügung zu stellen, zu übersetzen, zu helfen.
Das verstehe ich, ja. I can understand that. So thank you, Dariusz. You will be there to support. That is lovely to know. So, do we have any other questions that we have not covered? I wonder, Getrude. Have we covered everything that may be asked concerning the Magical Writers Retreat? We have the flight, of course, where if you're coming from Holland, you can go via Eindhoven, or you can go through Amsterdam, and you leave Amsterdam at 7 in the morning or at 10:30 in the morning, and arrive in Poland at 11. In what is it? Wrocław Airport. Wrocław Airport. Yes, this is a tongue twister. Yes, that airport. You arrive there at 2 separate times from Amsterdam. The costs, I'm just going to say roughly what the flight cost from Holland is either, well, let's just say it's between the 270 and the 330 euros, depending on what time you fly. That's the way it works, and that's like the return, the return flight. So you can look for that on Skyscanner. That will help you very well if you type in the day and various airports you want to be at, possibly with an extra stop. This flight from Amsterdam by airline LOT is with a stopover in Warsaw, and then you go on to Wroclaw.
Wrocław.
Yes, so that's that one, and there's a direct flight from Eindhoven, which is has different time settings, so that would be something to take into account. If you have any questions, please let us know, because we are more than willing to help and to provide information and just help you get your story out into the world.
And one
So,
last thing I might
yes,
just want to add in terms of what you're getting from the workshop. So besides writing your book or your story,
yes,
you will get support with getting the book cover designed. So I work with graphics designers who help all my authors. I have a set of editors who will help you edit the book. We'll format it both for Amazon and for Kindle.
yes.
And you will learn how to self-publish on both platforms,
Oh,
on Amazon through this workshop as well.
yes,
So you can really literally walk away with a complete works by the
exactly.
end, or we can support you ongoing after the workshop is done.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it, because that is also very magical. Darius, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I wanted to say that that's from my perspective, looking from completely from the outside, I think that's very important part as well of the whole thing, because it's not just about getting the book written, but
Yes,
it's also about getting the book out
yes,
and public. And many people don't know, where to start and how to get it done.
yes.
So it's about the process and the whole project. Yes.
Well, and that is, and that,
And maybe just another technical info: if people want to hire a car, for example, in Wrocław, not just to get into the location, but later on to have a little bit of sightseeing around the area, and they need help in this regard, they just have to get in touch with us, and I will help with that as well.
yes,
And maybe one another thing, we will also, based on how many people and on at which time people will arrive in Wrocław, we will try to make their waiting time for pickup as short as possible. So we're not saying like, one pickup at this time and the other pickup
yes,
at
exactly.
7. We try to be flexible as possible to make people staying as comfortable as possible.
Exactly. And also the flexibility of that is nice, because if your flight leaves, I mean, just so say the program was to start at or end on the 2nd of September at 1, let's say, but your flight leaves at 2, that might be a bit tight, then there is flexibility, of course, possible in that. So that I believe that is the case. And well, you just leave with a beautiful experience. Now, the lovely thing is that the lady that couldn't attend at the moment, she is ready, so I just can't wait to send this beautiful recording to her so that she can just get informed. Is there anything else that we would like to know? I think we have covered quite a bit, haven't we, Getrude?
I think we have, and just in reference to the lady who couldn't attend this call, what is her name again?
Her name is Nanny Kamphuis.
Okay, so Nanny, just I know that you're not feeling well, and that you're actually going through chemotherapy or radiation therapy at the moment. We are here to support you even when you come. So even if there's a day when you don't feel well and you just need to take time out, just tell us, just let us know, and we can accommodate your needs. I really admire the fact that you are coming. I love that you are valuing your story in coming as well. So thank you for getting in touch with Shamna. Thank you for all of your questions, and good luck with your treatment today. And we're looking forward to meeting you in person.
Yes, and I thank you very much for Getrude for laying the emphasis on that. I know she will really appreciate that. And also, and this counts for everyone else, if you do have things that concerning health or concerning your worries, it is okay. This is a safe haven. You can just be there, and you will be supported. I have no doubt about that at all. So I will now say thank you very much, Darius, for supporting us here in this call. And thank you, Getrude Matshe. author and beautiful inspirator of how to write a book in 40 hours and more. I just love your vibe. Thank you very much for being such a beautiful example and a beacon. And I look forward to working with you more in the future. And here I am, Shamna van Santen-Grey from Goddess Creations. We now, with the three of us, say goodbye and thank you for watching. And we hope to see you in Poland. Enjoy your day. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Shamna.
Bye.
Bye.